I'm Chris Maru, bringing you the Texas Monitor Week in Review. Since March, the Texas Monitor's research team has pored over a decade's worth of spending reports, uncovering millions of dollars of campaign funds that have gone toward lifestyle benefits for state lawmakers. This week, we reached number 2 in our countdown of biggest spenders. Coming in at number 2 in the Texas House, Representative Dan Flynn, who represents a district east of Dallas. He spent over $440,000 on lifestyle-oriented spending categories included in our tabulation. Over $100,000 of that total went toward out-of-state travel, 30 trips in the past 10 years. Legislative information gathering was his stated purpose for visiting Panama in 2014, and according to his expense reports, Flynn engaged in international trade discussions on his trips to Amsterdam and Turkey in 2015. Flynn also cited various state-related purposes for his other 27 trips. Flynn spent another $186,000 in donor money on living expenses while in Austin. State legislators convene for an almost 6-month session in Austin every other year, and the state pays them a per diem to cover room and board. But like many others in our study, Flynn taps his campaign account instead for an apartment he maintains year-round, including the off years. Flynn has also frequently used campaign cash to pick up the check at some of Austin's finest restaurants, such as a $1,400 outing to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. The bulk of Flynn's over $1.5 million in contributions has come from special interest outside his home district, which is typical among the top spenders on our list. But Flynn is a standout when it comes to spreading the wealth from his campaign stash. He spent over $122,000 for gifts to supporters, including $14,000 worth of cookies. Flynn couldn't be reached for comment. Tune in next week to find out the number 2 top spender from the Senate. The San Antonio Express-News reported this week that 2 former leaders of the South Texas town of Crystal City were convicted on multiple corruption charges. A Del Rio jury found former Mayor Ricardo Lopez and former city manager and city attorney William James Jonas III guilty of federal conspiracy, bribery, wire fraud, and theft charges. Jonas, Lopez, and other city officials allegedly took bribes from parties doing business with Crystal City, according to court testimony and evidence gathered through a federal corruption probe. 4 other city officials have already pleaded guilty in related cases, and they are awaiting sentencing. In another South Texas scandal, 2 Presidio County officials were arrested on federal corruption charges this week, as reported by KOSA TV in Odessa. FBI agents arrested Lorenzo Padilla Hernandez, a Presidio County commissioner, and Carlos Eduardo Nieto, who is a trustee for the Presidio Independent School District and special projects coordinator for the city of Presidio itself. Hernandez and Nieto allegedly steered a county contract to an allied company in exchange for kickbacks. Both men face prison sentences of 20 years or more if convicted. The mayor of Presidio, John Ferguson, expressed shock at the arrest. In a prepared statement, he encouraged citizens that believe there is rampant corruption at City Hall to get involved and be a part of making Presidio a better place. For more public integrity news around the state, follow us at texasmonitor.org. I'm Chris Maru.